it flags certain economic aspects and certain environmental aspects of in reference to the new renewables. People feel that, well, new renewables are relevant, particularly wind and solar, mainly for environmental concern, due to environmental concern. But what I have pointed out, that it is really too much of dependence on fossil fuels. The three fossil fuels from which we derive our most of the electric power in electrical energy, well, they are all to be imported. At the margin, some part of it has to be imported. As a result, this is creating already balance of payments pressure. And I have shown that how macroeconomic sustainability is also a major concern, apart from environmental sustainability. And there the graphs and data which show that, well, it is almost up to 40% of our entire export earnings to around 10, 11 was being used only for paying the import bill of these three fossil fuels. Now, this is a non-viable situation. So, it is also for macroeconomic sustainability and stability that we need renewables to play a more important role, since there are constraints of large hydro projects, storage projects, because of various adverse ecological consequences. So, that is why we have to depend on these new renewables. Now, this is one important thing. Second is, well, the chapter discusses on what is the potential, how much it has been actually till now, potential has been utilized, realized, and there is a gap between the two, why that is so. That is just touched upon, because other chapters elaborate them, in much more detail. The aspect on environmental aspect, what I have mainly focused on, that what is the impact on natural resource use and say environmental externalities in the form of pollution arising. And then I have hinted at, not hinted at, I have really tried to point out or flag that the competitiveness with coal, which is the major existing option of these renewables, should not be viewed only in terms of financial cost of generation and supply, but it should look at the true cost of the resources, the true resource cost of supplying power by these alternative routes. And there I have given, I think, the numbers for what it would be for the coal-based supply. If it is not there, yes. If I make it coal-based, then how much is the financial cost, how much is the hidden cost of subsidy and environmental externality. So, it gives the true social cost of fossil fuel, particularly coal-based power supply. Vis-a-vis that, what I want to point out, since the environmental externalities are far lower for new renewables, the pollution effect is negligible. So, that is why the gap, one may find that, well, the price which is the CERC recommends, if that is really for new renewables, if that is an indicator of the cost of power as per the environmental, that is the cost of power by for the environment for the new renewables, then I find that the total cost of true cost of coal-based power is substantively higher than what is now being charged as the price of coal, renewables-based power. So, there is a big gap, and if somebody says, oh, environmental cost of renewable you have not taken into account, that cannot be so large that it would eat up, this entire margin. So that's why I have somewhat wanted to see that the financially it may not be cost competitive, but in terms of true resource cost competitiveness, renewable are not at all far behind than coal. They are almost competitive. So we should not have hesitation to go ahead with that. And there is some projection that if we go to different extent of share of renewables, new renewables in the total different scenarios, at how much I can reduce of CO2 emission, particularly CO2 emission will grow over time, but the rate of growth, how much I can abate, I can lower down. We show that, and there the chapter is concluded.